Critical thought goes out the window. All systems shut off, and it's all adrenaline. No sense of pain and pure energy coursing through your veins. That's peak fear, the single emotion that has kept the human race alive. But sometimes that fear is not justified. A phobia is defined as an irrational, intense fear leading to avoidance, unlike a rational fear of real threats.
Let's get into the top 15. Number 15, emetophobia, the fear of vomiting. This affects about 0.4% of the population, but there's a skew in children where it affects about 10 to 20% of children. I think up until the age of about 14, I thought that throwing up every other day was normal. So I wouldn't say I was scared of throwing up, but it happened to me a lot. I didn't like it. Number 14, agoraphobia, which is the fear of uncommon environments. It affects about 1.2% of the population. If I was agoraphobic, I would probably just rip a vicious doom scroll, turn into the president of doom scrolling, and I'd probably be okay. Number 13, ophidiophobia, which is the fear of snakes. This affects about 2.5% of the population. And there's a skew to people who are not normally around snakes. This is because people who understand snakes well know that only 10 to 15% of snakes are venomous. So the rest of them are just scary looking, but not actually scary. Number 12, aquaphobia, which is the fear of water. It affects an estimated 2.5% of the population. And this doesn't pertain to drinking water. This pertains to bodies of water. So people who potentially don't know how to swim, it's justified for them to have aquaphobia. Being afraid of water is crazy. Come on. Come on. Number 11, hemophobia, which is the fear of blood, affecting an estimated 3.5% of the population. Cracking into the top 10, number 10, arachnophobia, the fear of spiders, affecting an estimated 4.4% of the population. We've all heard of this one. It's completely rational in my opinion. Why are those alien-looking things all over the place? I'll keep it real, I am not rocking with spiders. I am off the spiders. You might be on the spiders, good for you. I'm off that. People with pet tarantulas, not sure what you're doing. Number 9, acrophobia, which is the fear of heights, affects an estimated 4.5% of the population. Number 8, cynophobia, the fear of dogs, which affects about 8% of the population. This one usually tied to trauma. I remember one time when I was younger, my brother got jumped by a massive dog and my family was off the dogs for a little bit. And I was like, we can't be off dogs. I'm on dogs. All the xenophobics out there, contact me. I'll get you back on the dogs because I'm a dog. Number 7, claustrophobia. You've all heard of it. The fear of confined spaces, affecting about 9.6% of the population. We've all seen those cave videos. No idea what those people are doing. Number 6, thanatophobia. The fear of death, dying, or losing a loved one. Affects about 11.5% of the population. I think this is rational. Fear is derived from that which we do not know. I was expecting this to be a lot higher, but a phobia is categorized as an intense fear. So I'm sure that everyone has a baseline fear of death, or they don't if they've conquered it, but intense fear, it's only about 11.5%. Coming in at number 5, trypanophobia, which is the fear of needles, affecting about 17.5% of people. How are you more afraid of needles to the general populace than you are of blood? What situation is there a needle that blood isn't coming along with for the ride? What situation is that? Number 4, aerophobia, the fear of flying, affecting an estimated 21.25% of the population. Number 3, nyctophobia, the fear of the dark. It affects 11% of people, but 45% of children, skewing this up to an average of 22% of the population. Why are kids so afraid of the dark? I was terrified of the dark, but why? Number 2, coulrophobia, the fear of clowns, affecting about 31.75% of the population. I'm imagining this is based on seeing a clown in an unprecedented situation. So not a circus clown, like you just spot a clown in the middle of the street. And coming in at number 1, glossophobia, the fear of public speaking. This is the most common fear amongst the whole population. affecting about 57.5% of people. But put me in front of a crowd and I fold for whatever reason. Palms sweating, tweaking out. When I go big time and do my meet and greets, I'm gonna have to be able to talk up there, and I will. I'll be prepared. This has been another Enzo Elaborates banger. I hope you learned something. That's my goal, is to help people learn, whether it's something stupid or something smart. You're learning regardless. So subscribe, like, comment an idea for the next one. And if this one does well, I will do a video on the most irrational fears. I've got ideas ready to go, and you guys are the reason that I make it go. So again, thank you for watching. And until the next one, we out.